Zo Ženevy sa presúvame za ďalšou značkou, ktorá pre nás vo VDL veľa znamená, a to MIDO. MIDO predstavuje absolútne dokonalú kombináciu spojenia luxusu a kvalitného spracovania za veľmi rozumnú cenu. Prechádzame okolo údolia WaW cez Neuchâtel, kde je slávne historické observatórium, a pomaličky sa presúvame údolím Švajčiarskej Júry cez mestečko Chaux-de-Fonds až dole Locle. Táto oblasť je pre každého milovníka hodín niečo ako Mekka alebo Silicon Valley hodinárstva. Množstvo výrobcov má v tomto údolí buď to celkovú výrobu, alebo len čiastkovú. Nájdete tu Breitling, Cartier, Patek Philippe, prechádzali sme okolo Tag Heueru, Chanelu a vo Locle ulic Nardin, Tissot, Certina a MIDO. Celá táto oblasť je zapísaná v UNESCO ako kultúrne dedičstvo. Uličky v Chaux-de-Fonds sú postavené na princípe siete, podobne ako New York, aby sa v minulosti zabezpečil ideálny tok komponentov od dodávateľov. Ulice sú dostatočne široké, aby sa v tomto regióne, ktorý je 1000 metrov nad morom, pohodlne odpratával sneh. Stavby sú vysoké, veľké okenice tak, aby zabezpečili pre hodinárov najdôležitejší nástroj – svetlo. Dokonca odtiaľto pochádza slávny výrobca aut Louis Chevrolet a umelec Le Corbusier. Prichádzame do MIDA, v kopcovitej historickej časti Le Locle, ktorá sa nachádza v priestoroch budovy Tissot, kde je aj Certina, pretože Swatch Group. Tu sa nás ujíma na recepcii Kamila.
In the Locle.
Near la Croisette.
And what is the right pronunciation of Chaux-de-Fonds?
La Chaux-de-Fonds.
La Chaux-de-Fonds. And we are right now in the Locle.
Yeah. The
And
Locle.
in the Locle.
The Locle.
And we have been in MIDO.
Yeah.
A onedlho príde samotný Franza Lindera, generálny riaditeľ MIDO, a ten nám niečo povie o novinkách. Ladies and gentlemen, we are right now in Le Locle in MIDO. It's a great pleasure to me to be here with Mr. Lindera, who is a CEO of MIDO company. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for your visit.
Thank you. We came from Slovakia to visit your company because you have something to show us.
True.
Some novelties. And you can explain what we can start at first.
We just have launched a new collection, which is a very important collection for MIDO. And we launched a new MULTIFORT called MULTIFORT 8-2 Crown. And I will explain you and present you this new line. As
Perfect.
you probably know, the MULTIFORT collection is the oldest collection MIDO is producing. It was first launched 1934, so a very long history. We did a lot of different styles, but in general we can say MULTIFORT stands for robust, functional, timeless pieces. So this is the DNA of the collection. And what we had as an ambition for our new MULTIFORT A2 crown was to reintroduce in MIDO's collection a two-crown model. Two-crown model is something we do for decades. For example, here I have a piece from 2002, an old dial, as you can see, two crowns with a rotating bezel.
Yeah.
Or a MULTIFORT, the last one, from 2013. These models were very successful and very appreciated by our customers. And now we decided we want to relaunch a two-crown model, but in a geometrical shape. So our ambition was to combine technology and geometry, what we call then technometry. So what you can see here is the result of this work. What we have here is an octagonal case, two crowns. The crown at 2 o'clock is here.
Yes.
To set the diver bezel, as you can see.
Yes.
Rotating. At 4 o'clock, it's a regular crown to set the time and date. Obviously, both sides anti-reflecting sapphire glass, typical design elements of the MULTIFORT with the luminous dots and two-layer dial. And very important, our ambition was also to make this watch as slim as possible.
Yes. Less than 1 centimeter.
Less than 1 centimeter.
Amazing.
Extremely slim.
Amazing. Yeah.
And this was possible because we integrated the caliber 72. 72 means 72 hours of power reserve. And we were able to get it below 1 centimeter. So the comfort of this watch on the wrist is just wow, is unbelievable. And of course, we paid, as always in MIDO, a lot of details. It's not only octagonal. You know, we have parts polished, satinated, different angles.
Yeah.
So it's a very detailed and sophisticated design work we did here. And we hope the collection will be as successful and as appreciated as our previous models. We have 3 models, 3 references.
Yeah.
A blue one with this very comfortable rubber strap.
And classic buckle.
Classic buckle. Then we have a black one on steel.
Yeah.
And what you can see on both models, the crowns are also octagonal.
Yeah.
And having the same color
as
the dial.
Yeah.
And the third model is, I would say, a bit less striking, a bit more neutral in this gray color, very nice gray color. And here we kept the crowns in steel color.
My choice, this dial.
You know, I presented this watch to many different people, especially journalists, and we can see, I think we made a good choice to have 3 different models because, like everything, is a matter of personal taste.
For sure.
This is your favorite. Actually, my favorite is this one, and that's, you know, the choice we offer to our consumers.
Mr. Linder, can you explain why we need integrated bezel inside? What is the feature behind?
You know, it's the advantage of an integrated bezel is obviously it will not change. If you
Accidentally.
Exactly. If you have a diver bezel outside on the case and you hit your diving vest or a dress, it can change. And then you might be in trouble.
Yeah.
Here, it's inside. Obviously, you need to set the time before you're diving.
Yeah.
And then you screw it, and then it's fixed.
You are safe, yeah.
So it's just a different technology with pros and cons. But here it's really, the security is once screwed back, it's done. And maybe also to outline, it's 100 meter water resistant.
100 meter.
But again, the ambition was to be as slim as possible. So to do 100 meter screwed really is very hard to beat. So we are very proud of the achievement of the combination with a high technology movement, with Nivacron, anti-magnetism, very precise and geometrical design.
What can I say about these watches? From my point of view, the most important thing in the world of a luxury watch, the feature for me personally, is the case and the height of the case. If you have big, bulky, chunky case, it doesn't mean luxury for me. But if you have sporty watches like this for every single day, because you can wear it with a jacket, you can wear it on a summer vacation with your snorkeling around the boat, the most important thing is the height of the case. And I think that you make masterpiece watches with this.
Thank you.
This is very interesting. But that's true. That's true. I also like the dial where you have a pattern. Yeah, it's really eye-catching. Also with all of these angles, is very important at these days for a sports watch to have angles and have shine angles and high polishing and brushing. But these dials is something which is very interesting from my point of view.
Yeah, and I think what you said at the end of the day, it's a product you have 24 hours a day on your wrist.
Yeah.
So the comfort of wearing a watch is very key. And this, whether it is a rubber band or a metal bracelet, it fits very softly your wrist, and is very comfortable to wear.
And also very interesting feature on the bracelet that you can fast exchange your bracelet.
Yes, that's of course an easy pin.
Easy pin, yeah.
Here, very easy to change from a metal bracelet to a rubber bracelet. And this obviously gives a completely different look to the watch.
I am very curious because in Slovakia country, in our region, is very popular MULTIFORT big TV, big date.
Yes.
And this was the watches when I saw on internet. From the first time I know it would be the bestseller. Because sometimes you look at the watches and you know. Because very often when I like watches, they are not selling very well. Because we have a special taste in people which work in a watch industry.
It's true.
But on a big TV, when I saw first time, I said it would be the bestseller, and that's true. I also hope that it will be the same with this watch, because for this price, the all technical features and how it looks, for me, it's number one watch from MIDO right now. But we can move to another piece.
Model I just presented. We bring out another novelty in the MULTIFORT collection. As I just mentioned before, it's not just a new watch. We also had the ambition to do something special here. So really a luxury watch design approach with a skeleton dial with many layers. So that's really a product we developed for watch lovers, aficionados, people who like to have sophisticated mechanical watches. Here we developed together with ETA this piece, this movement, which was then integrated in the piece. And for me, I really like this 3D look of the watch dial with different layers, but still very readable. So this is a MULTIFORT chronograph skeleton. It's the first time we do a chronograph in a skeleton look. We have it in three-hand models, but not in chronos. Again here, rubber band, very comfortable to use, 100-meter screwed crown. And it comes in, for example, in this blue, or we also have a model in the typical MIDO colors you can see everywhere, black and orange.
It's PVD?
It's PVD. So you can see these are very striking designs of these two new chronograph models. And we also have one model with metal bracelet.
Metal bracelet.
Of course. And
this is something much more for biggest wrist and biggest.
Obviously, a chronograph, due to the size of the movement, it has always a certain thickness. It's not something you can avoid. On top, we do it always automatic. So the thickness of the case is always given by the size and the dimensions of the movements.
You can look into the deep of dial. You can see all of the layers of the wheels and the bridges, which are, that there is a perlage or something like this is nice.
But for me, important, even if it's special, it needs to remain functional. Means easy to read the time. It's not a dial for fun. It's still a dial which looks beautiful, but it remains functional.